Fuel in the tanks! Shots on the dash! Let's go! Go, go! Come on, come on, come on! Oh, yeah! Don't cast the lights in the rearview glow. Caravan waiting on the apron below. Checks rolling in from all over the map. Where we heading tonight then, chap? Real weather rolling in across the screen. Might be sunshine, might be turbulence and rain. 57 weeks in a world to see. Climb aboard and fly with me. Runway lights, engines rise. Another horizon in our sights. Fly Sim Friday. Fire up the caravan and into the night. Fly Sim Friday. Come and fly with Widdowmaker tonight. From Turkey to Australia, across the oceans wild and wide. Fly Sim Friday. The whole damn world's along for the ride. Thailand mornings and Singapore nights. Australia burning in the morning light. New Zealand mountains standing tall. Every Friday answering the call. Someone's joining from 1,000 miles away. Someone's waiting at the airport where we'll land today. New city, new runway, new sky. Another stamp as the weeks roll by. Woo! Storms ahead, clear skies too. You never know what we're flying through. Fly Sim Friday. Fire up the caravan and into the night. Fly Sim Friday. Come and fly with Widdowmaker tonight. From Alaska down to Iceland, across the dark Atlantic tide. Fly Sim Friday. The whole damn world's along for the ride. Woo! Where's the takeaway? What's the weather say? Who's flying escort today? One aircraft, one route, 1 year, no way out. Around the world, no teleporting home. Every mile earned, every landing our own. Fly Sim Friday. Fire up the caravan and into the night. Fly Sim Friday. Come and fly with Widdowmaker tonight. From Doncaster back to Doncaster, 57 weeks worldwide. Fly Sim Friday. The whole damn world's along for the ride. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Woo! Friday night's here. See you next week. Same caravan, next runway. All right, here we go.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. It's Flight Sim Sunday, not Flight Sim Friday, as it says in the song, but we don't mind a bit of Flight Sim Friday. That's when the songs were written for, but we had a slight change of heart at the end. Good evening and welcome to anybody that's joined and everybody that's joined. We are gonna be flight simming tonight. It's Chill Out Sunday. We have Chill Out Friday and Chill Out Sunday, really. But I really enjoy this game, and I hope you do too. I know when Lee gets in, he's enthused about this game considerably, so I find it just fascinating that you can get out and fly without a pilot's license, etc. So Let's just explain the setup that we've got. Just bear with me 1 second. The setup that we have got then. Main flight simulator panel is the one above. That is my 49-inch screen that we can see above it. Then below it I've got two 22-inch screens, one on my left that way, one on my right that way. The left one will be a Garmin screen and the right one will be a Garmin screen when it comes to it. However, we're going to be using the screens for a little bits of other pieces, because tonight we're going to introduce to you another way to play the game effectively. We're playing on PC, and you can play this on Xbox, you can play it on PlayStation. Ultimately, you can play the game however Microsoft intended it on both the Xbox and the PlayStation. If you've got the PC though, you can customize the game considerably, and as you can see here on my right hand screen, that one over there, we have got something called NeoFly. NeoFly 4, this is version 4 of the game. If I actually bring it up to the big screen up top, you'll probably be able to see more of it. I could probably make it bigger if I can expand the screen. Yes, we can. So at NeoFly, effectively this is another career mode. It's slightly different to what Microsoft entail. It is, rather than owning multiple companies to do the various skills, you can do all those skills if you have the qualifications and if you own the aircraft. So it's one company, you're one pilot, and you're starting off where you start from. And as we will progress, currently we're just flying around Lincolnshire and South Humberside on short flights, roughly about 20-25 minutes. I can hear music. Where's that come from? Don't know. However, must be some audio leaking somewhere. Yeah, so we're flying around Lincolnshire and Yorkshire, and we're probably going to stray just a little bit further south to Cambridgeshire. I've flown 5 or 6 flights already, just testing the game out, making sure it is what it is. I'm also going to fire up something called Volanta. I don't think I'll use Volanta tonight. I might do. No, this game records all the flights. Let me see if I can just do flight tracker. See if I can find flight tracker. Where is it? The log. There we go. This is the log. This shows all the flights that we've flown to date. So it shows you all of the flights and routes that we followed. It might be very small for you on that screen, and I apologise, but it is what it is. We're going to continue. Feel free to chat along. At any time you can suggest I take a different route, and we can try and do something a little bit different. However, ultimately this is all about the career and where we go and what we do. So it is what it is. We'll go where we go. So sit back, chill out, and we'll finish the week well. Or does it start the week better than last week? Don't know. We're still in the football. That's kind of okay. We've got a little warning flag up here. Daily goal, fly category B aircraft. I don't think we'll be able to do that. We've got a Cessna 152, and we are currently positioned. I say we are currently positioned. I'm guessing we are here. We're at Saltby Glider Field, and we are going to sort the missions that we've got into order. And the next destination is a passenger to go to EG22. So I'm going to move this down to the bottom screen, because as it is at this moment in time, we do not have Garmin because we are not that well equipped. So I'm going to load Volanta up onto this screen on the bottom left hand side, and you'll be able to see the route, or the flight path which we're following. Volanta is a live flight tracker, again only available to PC, not available on Xbox or PlayStation, which is a limitation of the platforms. Oh, monitor's just decided it's going to have a moment. Here we go. So Volanta's there. You can see that's where we were at Coningsby. We are now, I believe, oh, where are we according to this? We'll see that in a moment. It'll pop up. So we are going to take this flight here, EG22. Hopefully there's enough weight on board. We can take that. There we go. Flight is now added. I'll start the flight sim. Good evening, Silver. There are some rescue missions, I believe, in the main game. If we were playing the main game, there is one to do. It's a medivac, I think. I've been challenged with a medivac on the normal ones. Rescue missions. There is a medivac there. There is a search and rescue mission, but I don't believe we are up and available to do them. No, it hasn't changed my search on the left hand side, so that is one. That is one we could do, but it's not available. Let's just sort these into... Which flight did we take? EGUE? No, we didn't, did we? Let's go down to the one we took. Oh, we're going over to there. We're going to EG22. And I just have to be very aware that it could be night time very soon. And we could be on airfield that do not have night lit lighting. So, where are we? We are currently at EGZE. Oh, EGZE. Saltby Glider Field. And it's going to zoom in for us and take us down there. There it is. Are we able to start? We can. We can start from ramp GA small. And we are going to EG22, which to me sounds like a rather remote airfield. Burwell Airport at Burwell. And we're going to, we haven't got a choice of gates, so we're just going to land on the runway. It's grass runway as well, which is interesting. And we have to stick fly this because we don't have, in our little aircraft, we don't have the capability of autopilot. It doesn't have it. We're in a cheap little Cessna 152. There we go. We're on live timing, so it is going to be evening. We've got live airport traffic. Start the flight.
I know it's going to be a good day when my favorite pilot is working.
Now hopefully, if I shut up for 5 or 6 seconds, you'll see the other camera come in. The other camera will cut in and it will show you what I can see.
As soon as you are at the boarding parking.
So it's a progression through the game. Absolutely, yes. As you progress, you unlock more and more. We're only 6 or 7 flights in, so as it is, we're at the very start. We get to do the ceremony of checking the aircraft out when we get on board. So you have to do a pilot walk round. Let's see if it's going to let me do those first. Let's go and remove the chocks to start with. Is it going to let me? No, we're going to press C.
Head count complete. Everyone is accounted for. Time to take off.
Yeah. I would get in and do various things, but it's not allowing me to. We got in. I don't know whether we're allowed to get in. I'm just going to check. Chocks are still on board, so we got outside again. Thank you very much. Let's see if it'll let us do what we're supposed to do here. It's not letting us. Let's go to the back of the plane. See if we can do a... There we go. We're back. We've got the mouse. So full left to right operation. Full up and down operation. And it gives clearance. It checks everything out. On the elevators, or the flaps, sorry, we just examine those. But on the ailerons... Aileron! Hi, Business Corner. No, this is available on PlayStation, but it is actually... I'm demonstrating on PC tonight. We're on PC. But it is available. It is a PlayStation game, yes. There are a few people that follow the channel that play it. In fact, it was one of the guys who plays it regularly that came to me and said, "Are you not playing this yet? Why aren't you playing it?" And I used to play this 4 or 5 years ago, Flight Simulator 2020. And I actually got a little bit cheesed off with the game because of development at the time was a little bit slow. It wasn't particularly fun because they were developing to their own agenda, which wasn't particularly fun. It wasn't a great style of development they were following. They They weren't listening to the people, they were just doing it their way, and it wasn't particularly good. So we get to do this full walk around of the aircraft, make sure all the operating surfaces are correct and working. You have to check it off, and unfortunately, I say unfortunately, it is a natural part of flying aircraft. So we get to remove the piton cover, and then we get in the aircraft. The sun's going down. This is going to be quite a stunning landing on a grass field. We might have to guess. So Control, Shift and E, or is it Control and E? It's Control and E. We'll just check, make sure the controls are all operating.
Contact the tower for clearance.
And then if I bring this over top left hand side, you can see the ATC. We'll release brakes, which is Control and Space. We'll announce taxi.
Echo Golf Zulu Echo
And then
traffic.
we will make
with
way.
Air Whiskey India Delta 969er is taxiing to runway 07. Echo Golf Zulu Echo.
So we have to follow all flight protocols. We get a little bit of help because I've asked for the ground icons to show, and I've actually got pedals, so I get to steer the plane using pedals as well. And as you can see in the sky off to the right, we also have the air corridor indicators on. It gives you more of an interest as well to see where we're going, rather than just helping me with direction. We would normally just do we'd normally just use the Garmin screens. So
Echo Golf Zulu Echo traffic. With Air Whiskey India Delta 969er taking off runway 07. East departure.
we've got to go
Echo
all the way
Golf
to the
Zulu
other
Echo.
end of the runway, because this is runway 29 or 25, whatever it is. Yeah, we've got to go all the way to 07, which is at the other end, and we turn around and we take off the other way. So we're just under half a mile to taxi, but it won't take long. So Volanta is on this screen over here. Volanta is an air tracking app, I would say. It tracks your speed, your flight, your altitude. It maps where you've been, your progress. Only available on PC, unfortunately. Most of the mods are only available on PC because the PlayStation and the Xbox platform aren't moddable in such a way. It's a shame because they are particularly good and they do make the game more than it actually is. And that's why NeoFly is just that little bit better than what's in the game. And I know it doesn't contribute to the game progression, but this is just a little bit of a different way to play, and that's all I'm trying to demonstrate. So we do have a passenger on board today. His name is Bowden Willis. He's a 68-year-old male. He's a lightweight fella, and he's the one demanding the flight, and he's paying enough. He's paying best part of £3 grand to get to where he wants to go today. We've got to do a turnaround at the end of here, so I'm going to hit the left hand brake, and we'll use left brake to steer. We'll just power up a little bit. So run out of power, braking. Okay then folks, here we go. We're in line, let's power it up. And away we go.
Pilot, good flight.
So the old Cessna 152 doesn't lack for anything. It'll let you firewall the throttle and keep it pinned there the whole flight, because It's not a particularly powerful engine and it doesn't run hot or anything. And we've looked after this little aircraft over 5 or 6
Cranwell
flights.
approach with Air Whiskey India Delta 969er is type Cessna 152, 1 miles northeast of Echo Golf Zulu Echo 300. Request flight following.
Air Whiskey India Delta 969er Cranwell approach. Squawk 0674.
Squawk 0674 with Air Whiskey India Delta 969er. Air Whiskey India Delta 969er radar contact 1 miles northeast of Echo Golf Zulu Echo 1000 QNH 1028. Roger with Air Whiskey India Delta 969er.
I let the flight sim just do what it does. I let the ATC roll. So we have an automatic. We're supposed to have a co-pilot, but not in this aircraft because it doesn't have that many seats. But it is what it is. And we're just going to fly this channel all the way across Lincolnshire up into the Wolds, up to the right hand side, somewhere near Cadwell Park I think would be a reasonable destination, near Louth I think, maybe it's more Spilsby rather than Louth, but it is what it is. We're flying visual flight rules, so we're navigating via the ground. We're actually navigating by the air corridor that has been opened up for us, but it is what it is. Drinks of choice for tonight is the margarita. That's what's going to fly us along. Tequila, baby, that's what we love. Very weak tequila. It's more like flavoured lime juice, but there it is. Not being allowed to drink, we can't drink a massive amount. I say not allowed to drink, my kidneys just give me grief. So it's a lovely evening out there. This is real-time weather, by the way, and real-time flight. So that, if you're in southwest Lincolnshire at this moment in time, somewhere around Grantham I would suggest, this is what your evening's going to be like. Sun going down in the west, clouds over towards the coast, no clouds at all in the sky. Let's bring the cursor back on screen and give you an external view. That's what it's going to look like out there in the real world. Down there I think is going to be the A1. The only thing we can really make out as any sort of mistake is I don't believe the traffic is driving on the correct side of the road. Yeah, you see, oh it is actually on the right side. No it's not, it's coming down the nearest side, so it's the wrong side of the road, yeah. So that, I believe, to the left hand side is the southwest of Grantham, southeast of Grantham, SREF or ex-RAF Barkston Heath, I think. So that's Ermine Street, which isn't the A1, that is the road that runs all the way through to the A15 at the Humber Bridge. If we're going off where we believe we're going. Yeah, that is the old military training ground there at Barkston Heath, definitely. Yes, it is. I know that because of where it is and where I used to live. So, if we flew that, there's Barkston Heath. Oh, I am just a little bit out. What was the name of that? Prince William of Gloucester Barracks. My apologies. That's what that is. Yes. And there's the new extension road down to the A1. That's right. And Barkston Heath's up there. That's right. Oh well. Can't be right 100% of the time. Guessing. Interesting little formations in fields, look. And if they're irrigation ponds or something, but there's a circle virtually in every one. Used to play cricket at Ropsley as a kid. That's a busy little road. So it looks like we're either going to fly across a little village called Rawsby, or we're going to fly directly over Sleaford. Oh, this could be interesting. That's the A52, that road that's just below us to the right there. That runs over to the bottom end of Boston, kind of north of Stamford. Yeah. Interesting little part of the world. Now, if that is Sleaford ahead of us, that's where I went to school, of all places. Yeah, there's Barkston Heath, over there. Again, it's a glider field, and it's also a radio-controlled aircraft centre. They have a very big aircraft control place there. Air radio control, or whatever you want to call it. Model flying. Radio controlled aircraft kind of thing. Back inside for a moment. Greyleys. Now Greyleys is the what is remaining of Rawsby Hospital. It was a mental health care centre. My mum used to work there, believe it or not. Greyleys is where my brother actually lives now. And it is going to be Sleaford we fly over. Wow. That means, as we're flying over here, either that little white stick there is RAF Cranwell, or that one is. Not sure. Not sure by the geography, whatever you want to call it. It is going to be Sleaford, there is, yes. Long time since I've been around here. 20 odd years, 10 years since I've been in the area, at least. 35 years since I left school. 35 years, holy hell. 35 years. So we're going to fly slightly to the left of town, and that should give us a good view down. It's quite a significant development of something over there on the right. Yeah, so Greyleys was originally a hospital. Sleaford Golf Course is just to the left hand side of us just now as we're going past. You should see that from above there. And then you got Greyleys now, which is just a housing estate, but in the middle of that housing estate is the remains of the old hospital, and the thought is once they get over themselves and decide that they don't want it to be anything, they'll knock that down and they'll build something on it. You don't really want an mental institution to be a historic building of any form, so get rid of that and build on it, for God's sake. So here's Sleaford town. RAF Cranwell to extreme left of where we're looking now. But Sleaford, like any other town in the world, is growing like mad. We've gained a little bit of altitude, so we'll knock some off. Quite bizarrely, is the cricket pitch still there to the right hand side of the train station? It looks like it is. Yeah, it's down there to the right hand side off the right wing tip. Should be able to see that now. We're flying directly over the nose of the plane now, is my old school that I used to go to. Oh look, there's a big plane up there to the left hand side. I don't know if you can see it up here. There's an airship. There's an airship flying there. Let's see if we can go back in, if we can see it inside the, from inside the aircraft. We can't. But it's definitely up there to the top left. Somebody's got the airship out. So we're flying over what was the old rugby club. And they're building houses all the way up to the edge of the bypass. Wow, that's amazing. So yeah, over the right wingtip now we have the new rugby club. Rugby and hockey. Wow, town's coming on. Now I never knew Ruskington had an airport. That's quite amazing. Ruskington town, village, is on the left hand side of the wingtip now. As we go over to here, Ruskington Airport. Never knew that was a thing. Wowzers. Used to whiz all over here on my motorbike and my push bike as a kid. Used to live in a little village called Lessingham, which was just over there. It's weird that I have to do the fingers the other way because it's actually over there, but on your way you're looking, it's over there. So yeah, Ruskington village over to the left. It's quite a big village. There's the secondary school just to the left of it. It's just gone off screen, you can't see it. That's where my brother used to go to school. And then there's a grass strip just down here. Okay, never knew that was a thing at all. My microphone's just being triggered by my fan, I think. So I'm going to turn my little fan away from me, so it is being triggered. Just going to pull it closer to my mouth. And then I might just see if we can just get back online. Yeah, there's an airstrip there, just bang smack in the middle of that field, look. Wow. See if we can just put a filter on there.
Whiskey India, Delta 969er contact, Konings by approach on 119.205. Good day. 119.205. With Air Whiskey India, Delta 969er.
We've just put a noise gate on which will cut out any other crappy noise you might be hearing. And then that means I can also turn my fan back on me. And it won't activate at all, thankfully. And all I need to do is make sure I speak up and into the microphone and you can hear me, which would be nice. We just strayed a little off whilst I was messing around with noise stuff. But if I stay quiet long enough now, the other camera should pop up. I'm not doing very well at keeping quiet though, so it is what it is. Would we say we're about halfway? Let me just look down here. Yeah, we're probably about halfway now. As I say, we're going to go over to the Wolds. Off to the right hand side should be Skegness. Don't know if we'll see that in the different distance, but it's definitely over there. We should get up to somewhere near Cadwell. We might go over it. You never know. So we've currently got $28,289, which we've earned from the flights. Very low earning flights at this time of the game. Because we have to pay for everything like landing fees, fuel, maintenance, insurance, we don't seem to progress very quickly in monetary terms, but I'd say we weren't far off being able to afford to rent a bigger aircraft and therefore carry more loads. So we can carry multiple passengers if we wanted to, as long as they were going to the same place. And with a bigger aircraft we could afford more. We could then put a rented pilot into this plane and have that earning us money as well, while we rent another one, which is interesting. Off to the right hand side, you should be able to see it now, is Coningsby, which is oh, it's asking us to tune to Coningsby approach. We'll do that. We didn't do that earlier. We'll have a chat.
Coningsby approach. With Air Whiskey India Delta 969er, 1400.
With Air Whiskey India Delta 969er, Coningsby approach, QNH 1027, radar contact, continue.
Yeah, we probably should have done that when they asked us to, but we're on visual flight rules, so there's no demands on us. It's just to good to stay in contact with air traffic as you're flying along. Some crop circles down there, look, underneath the wing now. Coming out from underneath the wings, a big O. Off to the right hand side is a place called, no, sorry, forgive me, straight ahead is Woodall Spa, and just to the right of the aircraft as we're flying over now is a place called Tattershall. The Tattershall Lakes is like a recreational place, a bit like Centre Parks in a way, but not part of the Centre Parks brand. There's a karting track, there's fishing lakes, boating lakes, windsurfing, sailing and all sorts of stuff. So that's just down there now under the right wingtip. Used to go there as a kid. Used to go sailing with a mate there. All from old gravel pits, and you can see those gravel pits on the right hand side. It's all very interesting tour of Lincolnshire. Very flat county. Interesting enough, one of the only counties in the UK, England I should say, and probably the largest county in England that doesn't have a motorway. And it's one of the reasons why we don't have the motorway in the driving test. It's because not everybody will be able to pass the driving test because they haven't got a motorway within reasonable distance, believe it or not. Which is strange in itself. Looks like an old runway there down beneath us. Wouldn't surprise me if that wasn't one, you know, purely because Lincolnshire was a very heavy bomber field in the Second World War. Literally hundreds of bomber air bases in the Second World War, and they're all over the place now. If you're looking for old airfields, one place to go is Lincolnshire. There's hundreds of them. Same as Yorkshire. There's literally hundreds. There was so many. You don't have to drive 5 miles before you find one. It's the same where I live, around Doncaster. You've got Finningley, which is the Doncaster airport, and then within line of sight from Finningley there's at least six runways. I can not necessarily name them, but I could tell you where they were. Quite phenomenal. It's massive history of aviation in Doncaster, and if anybody is in the Doncaster area and they've not been, you should take a quick tour of the Doncaster airport. It's the old airport, I do apologise, the airport air museum, which is a lovely little couple of hours trip round. There's so much in it, modern stuff as well as the older stuff. Really good. I always enjoy. We always go every year, just to make sure we contribute and keep the place going. I've got some stuff I need to donate to the Air Museum very soon. I've got a load of airway flight maps from the late 80s, early 90s that I'd love to use here, but it'd be a waste. So I'm going to give them to the Air Museum as like a thing they could potentially put amongst their dioramas and displays, kind of thing, because you don't get many of them, air maps. They show the air flight corridors throughout the UK, mostly military. Don't really know how I got my hands on them, I'm not going to say, but it is what it is. Horncastle coming up off the left hand wingtip. Let's have a look. There we go. Horncastle just down there as we just bob in. We're a little bit high again, but we do know we've got the Wolds coming, so we're going to have to. I don't think we'll gain much altitude. I don't think they come up a much above 600-700 feet, to be honest. But good little place. It's a bit of a longer flight than I wanted to start with, but it is what it is. So Horncastle just off the left wingtip, and then we'll be pretty much starting the descent, I would have thought, looking at where we are on the big map. I'm just going to see if I can get Camcom back in. Cam Studio, there we go. That's going to install something, that's going to pop up somewhere, don't know where that's going to pop up. Here it comes. I will just drop this down here and make sure that that camera's working. It is. And then go up here. Get cam out, that's correct. Now I can kill that. There we go, that's activated the camera. Now I'll fly back online. If I shut my cake hole for 5 seconds, it'll change my camera now to my over-shoulder camera. I bought myself something new this week. Reach over here and pick it up. I can't reach it. 1 second. Need to plug my headphones back in. Uh-oh. Why did that crack? No, it didn't. It just lagged. We've lost throttle. Why have we lost throttle? Things gone on. Ooh, fuel pump. Fuel air mixture. Air mixture, there we go. Oh, something happened there. Yeah, we'll put the mixture back up. Oh my. Thought we're gonna die. Just before we get to target, I'll share with you what I bought myself. Bought myself a button box for my rig, but we won't be installing that until after we move house. Oh, you're going to want an update, aren't you? House moving update. Yeah, we've put another offer in. We've found another house that suits our needs. We should find out tomorrow as to whether our offer's been successful. If we do, we're moving a fair way away as well. We'll tell you more about that in time. No point really getting excited when it isn't actually a thing yet, so we'll find that out. Right, let's pick up on the nearest airport. Cadwell Park Circuit is there. We're going to Burwell, so let's pick a runway. Let's pick runway 6, which is 60 degrees, which means we'll be flying back in on ourselves. As we go.
Echo Golf 22 traffic. With Air Whiskey India Delta 969er, 7 miles southwest, 1300, inbound to land, runway 6, Echo Golf 22.
Not sure whether that's giving us... We know it's a grass field. No, it is what it is. There's our compass. Yeah, we're going to be approaching Air 6, so we are on the right path. I'm going to look to see how we're going to approach that. I think I'm just going to fly left here and fly into the pattern, rather than fly around the top. I'm going to break free and go left now. We'll stay in cockpit for... Oh no, we'll come back because it's going to fly us across. Doesn't matter. That's fine. Don't mind. We'll go back into the airway. We'll come across. We can see the coast now over to the right hand side. Coast is definitely there. The coast goes all the way along to the screen. Out to the top left hand corner there, round to what I would say is probably Grimsby and Cleethorpes. Goes all the way up there. Definitely Grimsby as far up there, probably not as far as Hull. So we're just being asked to reduce speed by the game. We're not going to yet. We're not going to make the any flight speed reduction. We're not going to make until we make the turn off the airway. And we're going to fly the pattern entry. So we need to touch down before it goes dark, so we keep the speed on a little bit. You can, yeah, it's on one of those grass fields. I can't really see something that looks like an airfield, but, oh, there it is. It's definitely cut, yes. That's going to be a lovely little landing. So, take some speed off. And our airspeed indicator is just that dial above my finger there. So it's in the green at the moment at around about 105. I've backed the throttle off and it's now reducing to 100. Airspeed's at 98. Flaps to extend. We'll put flaps on when we get down to about 85 knots. Down to 80. I hit B, put flaps in at 10, go B twice, flaps in at 20. We're at 40% power-ish. The flight's now 75 knots. We're just going to fly these gates and descend. The sun, look at it, just bobbing above the horizon. We're going to have a dark landing here. We're going to have a dark takeoff. I think we're going to adjust time so that we're not flying into airfield with no lighting. But that's what it's going to look like outside the window now in North Lincolnshire. Oh, that's absolutely glorious. Going to put some power back in. It's been a blazing hot day here, even though I haven't seen much of it. I haven't been outside at all. Our passenger is feeling a bit thirsty, but we don't have any air crew, so we, or air stewardesses, we can't provide him with a drink, unfortunately. So, grabbing into the wind a bit. Got to follow this pattern. I fly to the top edge of the pattern all the time. I would rather lose the altitude in the last 500 feet, in the last half click to the airport, to be honest. I'd rather keep altitude on our side. Run a bit higher than normal just in case of engine failure or anything like that. It just gives you that extra bit of recovery time. Make a right turn and then hop down 2 gates. I'm going to shortcut this one. Speed will just climb a little bit as we descend some. Pull the nose back up just before it gets to 80. Be flying the upwind leg in a moment.
Echo Golf 22 traffic with Air Whiskey India Delta 969er is on upwind, runway 6, Echo Golf 22.
So we're going to fly parallel to the runway now. It should be off to our left hand side. We've lost a bit more altitude than I wanted to, but we'll be fine. Is at 50. Yeah, the runway's out on the left now. And we're going to shortcut a gate. I'm going to give it some more power, 70 odd. Just so that we stay right. And I want to keep that altitude as ours. So, really want to lose a massive altitude on the actual final. And I want to hear the dispatcher tell us we had a really nice, soft and gentle landing, so that's what we're aiming for, because we're ferrying passengers, not goods. Passengers are good for reviews. left turn through this gate. There's our speed, we're about 80. I'm going to back the throttle out again. Please excuse me. Then we're going to make the final left turn. As I shout out, we're on final. Here we go.
Echo Golf 22 traffic with Air Whiskey India Delta 969er is on final, runway 6 to land. Echo Golf 22.
There it is, there's the strip. We're going to fly through those gaps in the trees and land on that grass bad boy there. And take some of that throttle out. I wouldn't mind a stall warning just before we touch down. Speed is now dropping off quickly, even though we're descending. We're at 70 knots. Need to really get that down to 55-ish. We don't have a taxi today. We're going to park on the runway. That gap in the trees is nice. We're flying in at around about 57 angled for an 060 runway, which is a bit weird. Oh, right out. Oh, it's gone back down. Gonna hit this grass nicely. Sail it down, come on.
That was a harder landing
Oh.
than we like to see, pilot.
Harder. Baby. Right.
Contact ground for your parking assignment, then shut down your engine.
There's no need because there's no place to go.
Okay, pilot. The guests are leaving the aircraft now.
We didn't get what we wanted. We used £28 of fuel. We got a bonus for flight time of $1,222. We scored an A qualification for the flight. A stress respect bonus granted of 11 XP. Passenger satisfaction of 0, believe it or not. We'll just wait for them to clear and we will end this flight.
Transporter. Disembarking finished. Have a nice day.
There we go. Let's escape. End flight. We go back
Let's
to
go.
go back to this little old app. Oh. So where are our choices of flights today? So we're at wherever it was we said we're EG22, and our flight is to EGGS. I am to plan that. It's going to earn us 2,855. There's only one route. There's two. We can earn 2,000 if we wanted to. We're at EG22. Ooh, ooh. Burwell. And we're going to go to... We've been there. Chatteris, Doddington. Oh my word, that's a fair flight. 50 miles down over Skegness, down over the Witham. Probably gonna fly over the top of... Don't fancy going all that way. Where's EGGX? Sounds like we're for the same part of the world. EGG. Gonna let me do that? EX. Let click it. Decoy Farm Airstrip, Donington. That's a long way just where we've come from. So let's see if there's any other flights. There is one there, look. Put some more types of DZ. DZ. Well, that's a drop zone, isn't it? That's for those dodgy flights. Yeah, we don't really. EGX. Where's EGTT? EGTT. Great Massingham Swaffham. That's over into Norfolk. We don't want to go. Not for a lot of. What about EGXM? Let's think about distance per cash. XM. Tuxford. Well, that's not too bad, is it? Forward Farm Strip. That's going to be night time when we get there, isn't it? Yeah, Retford, so that's over near where I am, really. Yeah, let's do that, but let's change time of day and we'll go back to sort of 6 PM. We'll fly into the lowering setting sun, which won't be too. That's all right with everybody. That's where we're going to fly. Burwell Airstrip. We'll take off on 24, and for what's the approach like? It's exactly the same for both runways. 20 is going to be that way. We're coming over to Rampton. Another Rampton is, if you do know, Rampton is a proper mental hospital. As in a secure mental hospital, Rampton. There it is, look. Prison. Where some of your famous mental people are kept. Beverly Gale Alec, for example, from Grantham, early 90s. All of those kids is there near Retford. Rampton. Small world. Yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll fly out direct out of Burwell, fly straight into, what's the other runway? If we fly in at 20 or 02, flying at 20, yeah, that'll be 20 or go. Let's take that flight. So it's EGXM. That one. How about it?
Transporter from dispatch. I see you asked for a cargo mission. The ground crew is waiting for you in the parking to load the crates.
Happy days. Let's do it then. She's quite demanding,
Pilot
this lady.
from dispatch. The cargo door is open and the cargo is being transferred.
Okay, so we've got to do the quick walk around thing again. Do that first. Oh, it's put us straight in. No, that can't be right, can it? Yeah, we've got no chocks or stuff to do. But let's tune to traffic. Cargo doors just closing, I think. And they've stopped banging and clashing.
Okay, pilot, that's the last of the crates secured and the cargo door is closed and latched. You are clear to taxi.
Echo Golf 22 traffic with Air Whiskey India
Everything
Delta
looks good for
969er
Taxi to
taking
the
off
runway
runway
and
24.
takeoff.
Straight out departure, Echo Golf 22.
Bang up the throttles then and away we go. Control space. Brakes off. Speed's just coming up. It was slow to gain the knots.
Transporter, good
Oh,
flight.
wasn't it? Fly straight out of it, up to 60. We've got flaps of 10 on, so I'm going to take the flaps off. We should find a quick surge of speed. There we go. And we should be able to climb effectively up. June Conisby approach. Request flight following.
Coningsby approach with Air Whiskey India Delta 969er is type Cessna 152, 2 miles southwest of Echo Golf 22100. Request flight following.
You guys are properly chilled tonight.
Wid Air Whiskey India Delta 969er, Konings by approach. Squawk 0207.
Squawk 0207. With Air Whiskey India Delta 969er.
Wid Air Whiskey India Delta 969er. Radar contact 3 miles southwest of Echo Golf 700. QNH 1028.
Roger. With Air Whiskey India Delta 969er.
Just wondering if I should have refueled when we landed there, but I don't think there was any fuel, so I wasn't given the option, so it is what it is. Okay, so we're flying across Lincolnshire into Nottinghamshire, which is their hefty flight. Lincolnshire's massive as a county, UK-wise. It's not America's state size, but it's an ample-sized county in the UK. We're very much in the wolds. We're going to be flying over Louth, I think. But Cadwell Park, I think, is just to our left now, maybe. Is that Cadwell? Go external. No, Cadwell Park is beneath us now. That is Cadwell, the circuit there. Do like to fly around UK racecourses. There it is. There's Cadwell in all its glory. Hey. Might as well keep the motor racing theme going. We are a motor racing channel to a degree. We're a thrill seeker channel, that's what we are. Thrill seeking. Yeah. Bit windy up here today. The old flight stability isn't tremendous. Might fly over the top of Newark, you never know. Oh, Lincoln, sorry. We're going to fly to the north of Lincoln. We're going to go over to RAF Scampton, I would have thought. Ex-RAF Scampton, which used to be the home of the Red Arrows. No longer. It's now a detention camp for illegals. Or was planned to be. Oh, excuse me, slurping my drink. That was cold. Ice cube interjected. So for those of you that don't know, RAF Scampton was one of those very famous bomber stations from Lincolnshire. 633 Squadron, the Dam Busters were based there. And the leader of the flight of the Dam Busters had a very special dog. It was a black dog, but you called him a very affectionate name, which we're not allowed to use the name of on this channel. But he was actually buried at the gatehouse, the dog, of the, he was killed by a car, passing car. And that's where he was buried. But the interesting thing about RAF Scampton is they built the runway through a very, very famous old Roman road called Ermine Street, which we flew over earlier, if you weren't aware. And Ermine Street itself goes north to south, pretty much London to the Humber. And the A15 actually branches round the end of the runway, pretty much like it does at Waddington, just to the south of Lincoln. But it's, as I I said, it's a very interesting part of the world if you're into
Air
aircraft.
Whiskey India Delta, 969er contact Waddington. Approach on 128.955. Good day.
Awesome part of the world to live
Going
in.
to 128.955 with Air Whiskey India Delta 969er.
Just look at the amount of farming that goes on here. You just think it's a pretty boring place, Lincolnshire, but it's got a phenomenal history. It's got the home of the RAF officer training. So if you're a pilot in the RAF, you trained at Cranwell. That's where you started your training off, where everything starts off for any RAF pilot. And then you go off to do whatever trade you're doing wherever you go. So you go to Valley if you're doing fast jets or whatever. And then if you're going to do winch weight or anything, you go down to Cosford or wherever it is you're going to do your helicopter training or whatever. It all starts up at RAF Cranwell. It's phenomenal. Had the pleasure of living on RAF Cranwell for a while. When I was a kid, wasn't my finest years, but enjoyed it a bit. First place where I really knew what snow was. Really understood what it was, and oh, we got some low cloud, look. Just going to fly through a bit of that. If we're flying visual flight rules, we should really fly underneath it, to be honest. Shouldn't be out of sight of the ground or sort of obscured by clouds, so we'll dip down so that we're not breaking rules. Looks like a bit of a squally storm. Might pop into rain. You never know. Might get a bit of rain below the cloud, but be an interesting mission if we were to have to work out how to fly around the hills. If the cloud comes down to hill height, we would have to find a way to deal with that. I know bush pilots in the US have that problem, because the mountain ranges in the US are much higher than we've got here. I mean, what's our highest mountain? Our highest motorway or highest road is only at something like, I don't know, 2,100 foot. And in the States, 7,000 is called something like a mountain or whatever, so we don't really have the trouble of having to fly down valleys and around the end of the valley to get to the place we're going, because we can't fly through the clouds and pop up and out over the hill. You have to stay, if you're flying visual flight rules, you have to stay in visual contact with the ground at all times. No, not 100% always possible, but you can't lose contact, because that's how you're navigating. It is what it is. So we're just to the north of Lincoln now. Lincoln's off to the left hand side. If we look out the window, down there's Netleham and Lincoln. And straight in front of us to the right is Scampton. There it is, you can just see the indicator in front of us. 4.4 miles away, Scampton. Itchy nose. I'll slurp on my drink again and make those disgusting noises. Talking of Netleham, I think we're just flying over it. That's just below us. Just down there. Yep. I remember as a kid going out to meet a young lass in Netleham, and I was going to college in Lincoln, and I walked all the way from Lincoln College, which is much pretty much around the prison, which is the north end of Lincoln anyway, and it was miles. I must have been desperate. Here we go, flying over Scampton, the runway. We can see the A-15 branching round the end of the end of the runway there. Yeah, Bomber Command Scampton, 633 Squadron and all that. The gatehouse is just down here, just below us, or what was the gatehouse. Just down there. Can't remember what the gate guard was. I don't remember what it was. I don't know what plane it was that was at the gate. You can see the red arrows down there on the pan. Ooh, all the way around. There's the red arrows, look, lined up. That's them. Wow. Red arrows soon to be phased out as their current guise of Hawk. They're going to a new aircraft. They've currently got a little bit of a problem with the aircraft. They haven't got enough parts to keep all their planes flying, which is a shame, because they still use the Hawk trainer to some degree over at Valley, but this variant is running out. So they're hoping for an upgrade to a new plane very, very soon, as long as our government gets it sorted for them. Let's hope the incoming fella does his bit and make sure we get this country defended properly with the right amount of money. Right, ahead of us we can see our landing and approach. It says tune Waddington approach. We should have done that a little while ago, I think. Contact Waddington.
Waddington approach. With Air Whiskey India Delta 969er 1000.
With Air Whiskey India Delta 969er, Waddington approach, QNH 1028, radar contact, continue.
I'm going to select nearest airport list and let them know we're coming. Where are we going to? We're going to... can't remember. EGXM. Not on the list. There it is. Forward Farm. 20, I think we said.
Echo Golf X-Ray Mike traffic. With Air Whiskey India Delta 969er, 8 miles east, 1100, inbound to land, runway 20, Echo Golf X-Ray Mike.
Ooh. We go over the escarpment of Lincolnshire down into the Nottinghamshire border. I think we've got Gainsborough off somewhere to the right hand side, haven't we? I think so. We've got the power stations that run along the River Trent. Now we're going to land in there somewhere. Definitely going to land in there somewhere. Definitely going to be a grass strip, isn't it? Allwood Farm airstrip, definitely. See if we can see Gainsborough out the right window. There's Gainsborough. It's only 20 minutes from where I live right now. Power stations with steam coming out of their cooling towers, working at full chat. Not nuclear, these are all fired from whatever means or whatever sort of fuel they're using. Recycled wood chip or whatever they are. They're not coal anymore, they're not burning coal. Smokeless barbecue briquettes, maybe. Maybe so. Right, we're going to start the pattern entry. I've I've got no idea where this place is as such. I know the village of Rampton is around, and then we've got the military. There's the secure prison that's over there. So we're on our, yeah, the secure prison's there. So I'm going to back out the power now. Start to, we could actually, oh no, we've got to come back on ourselves, haven't we? So don't need to back the power out just yet. There's the left-hand corner of the screen, just sort of there, is the secure prison. Not that a prison isn't secure, but it's a secure hospital, effectively. You got some of your monster serial killers in there, etc. Ones with the inability to control their thoughts and processes. Now we're going to back off the power. Get the airspeed down to around about 80 odd. And we will start to drop in. Gamston's another airbase just down there, just ahead of us. We were looking in houses at Gamston and Retford, but not individually unique enough for us. Unique or strange. Strange, I think, is the best description of any house we will want to look at buying. We found a particularly strange one, which is nice. Speed is still somewhat high. Odd. Can't do. Well, we could do flaps, can't we? B. That'll put 20% of flaps in. That'll slow us down somewhat. We might need to just punch a bit more power back in. Back the way we came. Back up to 50%. Looks like a set of sights on that power station. Yeah, target acquired. Let's blow up that set of towers. Why not? Missiles armed. Locked. Fire. Yeah, that'd go down really well with local government, wouldn't it? Along at the old 55 knots. We're very slow. Got some more power in. Feel it physically get quicker. We're going to come in somewhere on this airstrip. and make the left turn. What speed are we at? We're at 70 knots, so we're going to have to drop some altitude. Yep, 20% of flaps confirmed. North Wheatley. Clayworth. Coming around to hit the final, I would have thought, oh, a little bit. I've dropped some altitude, we're a bit high. Flight a little bit long. Make a slow left entry. We're coming round on ourselves, aren't we? Back on ourselves. Yeah. There's the speed, still 70. Oh, there it is. Oh my. It's a south flying field. We are very fast. Well, this will be an interesting one. Let's get my feet on the pedals. Feels like there's some bunkers. We are extremely fine.
That wasn't the softest landing I've seen.
You're right, it wasn't. Print it field.
Transporter from dispatch. Clear the runway and taxi to parking.
We did. Get back to the airfield. "52 knots we landed. We did alright at 52. We were losing a bit of altitude. We hit at 228 feet per minute, which was a bit hard. But there's our tracks that we ran through. Look, we're back to the airfield, and we will stop here. Reverse thrust. Base bar. Thus.
Transport from dispatch. Okay, nice job. Someone is coming to take the cargo. I'll call you when it's done.
Thank you very much. Right. Wait for them to ditch it. Not a lot else we can do while we're here, is there? No, we've touched down. We've got just under half a tank of fuel, 44%. We should be fine for the next run.
Transporter. Another cargo mission completed.
There we go.
Thanks, and see you soon.
End flight. Yes. Then we go back to mission control here and pick up our next one. There aren't many. 2000 EGMG. Uh-oh. Type EGMG. Melbourne. That's not far. However, we are at EG22. Where are we? We're at EGXM. That typed over EGXM. Forward farm. Go. My word, that's miles. That's well north. Well north of Hull. So that's flying straight up over past Doncaster. Not actually that far. Not so sure it's a fantastic airstrip. EGJ. That one. Don't know the number. Sherburn in Elmet, we've been there. Flew there yesterday. EGNB. Quite different. Rough. Okay. EGXYD. Definitely never heard of that. Victoria Business Park, Nottingham. That feels like a helicopter space. Yeah, it's just a it really is. That's No, we can't go there, can we? EG32. Where's that gonna be? Bingham. That's a nice approach in, actually. Just to the right of Retford. They're not that far from. Oh no, it's not. Look, that's where we're flying from. We're flying down here to Langer Airfield. Right next. Decent runway strip. $1,394. No. No. We're going to give that chance to refresh. Going to back out of that. We're going to go into the normal career. And have a shot at normal career bit. And we will try and take on that mission. Take on for the rescue. Medivac, I think. Mode is loading up. Fly 2 careers at once. So we got passive economy whilst we're out of the game. We haven't flown this in a week. We had to pay out 940. And missions. Now I want to be in Europe, I think. This is a Medivac. Where's it taking us? Ooh. Back into the central US. Got right here, Alden Jackson. An hour and a half, which should take us to 11:30. Commodity transport buy side in a Draco X. Only 17,000 credits. We're not doing that. Go to Europe. Find that. I want to do this one down here. Do this med. It is. Cessna Grand Caravan repatriation of Simona from San Maurizio, Swindon. That's 3 hours. It's a lovely flight, but no, thank you. It's only 51,000. Let's go freelance. Bigger money freelance then as well. Got our own aircraft. Hour and 30. No aircraft on site. We'd use ours. VIP 1,000 citations CJ. That take well above me. This is the frustration that I'm finding with career mode in Microsoft Flight Simulator. To earn the money, having to do a longer flight. I don't know whether they're just. We go. There's an hour-long flight. 117,000. And use our own Cessna. It's in the mountains to the mountains, so that'll be an interest. Mirabelle. A decent strip, look. We can have a crack, can't we? Problem. That one. 2 careers on the go at once. This one will be, what do you call it? Garmin flight. So we'll be autopiloting. Cheval, Mr. Michael Ruhr, oil client, is off for a well-deserved vacation with his family. He could start his holiday with us. Oh, no. We've only got the transfer costs 51,000 credits. Oh my, that's crazy. That's more than we're going to earn off the flight almost. Manage the aircraft. The plane's looking good. 11 hours left. A little bit more. 9. Still cost nothing. And with that, we will. We're not going to do the walk around on this. Don't have to do it in Alt N Gipsel. And we will skip the loading process.
Just wanted to drop by and say hello before you leave for Les Alous. Mr. Rohrer
I've just turned the
will
engine
join
off.
you on board soon. He's a very faithful client, taking a breakaway. Well, it's about time. Provide him with the finest service. I know I can count on you. Have a nice trip.
Hello and welcome, ladies and gents.
Quick favor, Captain. I'm
TOS
expected in
system
Les Alous
test.
ASAP.
Okay.
So if you'd speed it up a bit, I'd appreciate it.
He wants us to get a shovey on. We can do that. Right, we've got ATC to
Lima
control.
Sierra Mike Lima
Consider.
traffic. With Air Whiskey India Delta 9-310 is taxiing to runway 16. Lima Sierra Mike Lima.
Got the flight plan loaded up. So we're going to be following the pink line, straight out and right. Have a mouthful of water. Can't be flying drunk. Not really. Might as well liquefy that tequila. Control and spacebar. And we'll follow the blue guides, because I don't know the airport, so.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm pleased to be your pilot today and to welcome you aboard this Wid Air flight to Les Alous. Estimated flight time is 55 minutes. We're on time for departure and we're about to receive clearance for takeoff. I'll keep you updated with any important information throughout the flight. Thank you.
You've got Garmin screens left and right now. You have the ability to see what I see on those screens. And I've also got my my Stream Deck Plus here, which allows us to just have better control of things like the autopilot and various bits and pieces. So rather than me having to zoom in on the screens and try and fiddle with the actual dialing knobs, I can actually do it here. So flight
Lima Sierra Mike
239.
Lima traffic with Air Whiskey India Delta 9-310 taking off runway 16. Departure to the west, Lima Sierra Mike Lima.
Altitude I'm going to set to something like 4,500 as an initial takeoff. One passenger.
Guests, we are prepared for takeoff. Please ensure your seatbelts are correctly fastened and your electronic devices are turned off or in airplane mode. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight. Thank you.
The pilot's voice on then. just swing out onto the runway. I think we've had clear, haven't we? And we'll gun the throttles. We'll be away. Here we go. Only a short thing. Got no flaps on, which is good. Approaching 70, we'll pull it back. Go. There's our flight path out. Christ alive! That is one hell of a climb slope. Whooper.
Zurich Center.
We're not going to be able to
Air Whiskey
maintain that.
India Delta 9er Tree 10 is type Cessna Skyhawk. 1 mile south of Lima Sierra, Mike Lima, 1000. Request flight following.
We're currently going to fly.
India Delta 9er Tree 10, Zurich Center.
He's saying we can
Squawk
do that.
0605.
We're just losing knottage. Wonder if we should put flaps in and try. Unless that's a valley gap we can fly through there. Can we make it through that valley gap? We need turbo. We do. We're not making that. Not a chance.
Wid Air Whiskey India Delta 9er Tree 10.
Let's
Please
fly.
acknowledge.
I will. Sorry. Let's fly through that
Squawk
valley gap.
0605. Wid Air Whiskey India Delta 9er Tree 10.
And we'll try and climb because we're not gaining any airspeed
Wid
at
Air
all.
Whiskey
So
India Delta 9er Tree 10. Radar contact 2 miles south of Lima Sierra.
it says climb
Mike
to
Lima,
7,000.
2000.
So I'm going to adjust
QNH 1018.
7,000 on my little doodah thing here.
Roger. Wid Air Whiskey India Delta 9er Tree 10.
I've got 7,000 marked in, but
500. Stall.
Zurich Center.
Oh
Wid
my.
Air Whiskey India Delta 9er Tree 10. 2 miles south of Lima Sierra.
putting flaps
Mike
in.
Lima. 2400. Request IFR to Lima Foxtrot Kilo X-ray.
we're going to have to
Ready to
fly through
copy.
this valley here. We're not going to. We're at
Wid Air Whiskey
49.50.
India Delta
This is good.
9er Tree 10 is cleared to Lima Foxtrot Kilo X-ray Airport as filed. Squawk 0605.
This is a rather tricky route out. Look at that. Buildings just to our right hand side.
Stall.
We're going to take those flaps off. They're not helping at all.
Stall.
Gaining some forward momentum. We've got to clear
Wid
these
Air
trees.
Whiskey
Come
India
on.
Delta 9er Tree 10. Acknowledge last transmission.
I am trying. I'm flying this damn thing.
Stall.
Wid Air Whiskey India Delta 9er Tree 10 cleared to Lima Foxtrot Kilo X-ray Airport as filed.
We're gonna
Squawk
die.
0605.
I've got no more throttle to give.
Stall.
Wid Air Whiskey India Delta 9er Tree 10. Read back correct. Radar contact 3200. QNH 1018, turn left heading 235. Resume own navigation. Climb and maintain 7000.
Stall.
Yeah, we're going to die. We don't have much chance here at all.
828. Descend and maintain 7300.
We're going down. Oh yeah. Boom.
What's going on?
Yeah. No chance. Oh dear. We're just going to take a quick break. We have to replace our aircraft. Back in a second. Forgive me, I'm back. Well, we're in trouble, aren't we? Manage aircraft. We've got to find actually cancel that. We've got 94,000 credits. Insurance coverage to bring it back. 93,000. We are so lucky. The only thing we have to do is repair the landing gear, which we ain't got the money. 30. Got enough. Go back. Oh wow. Made it then. We had enough. So back into missions. See if we can do that mission. Don't have the money to transfer. That's a better. Salam say. Transfer cost. $840 credits. We don't have it, but interesting. Buy back round. Get it on credit. Need more credits. We can't do it. Oh, that's a so the only way we can do that is go and do a private mission somewhere. Take that until have to do. 2 hours. Our flight back to 7. Back over. And stand there. Got an air. Freelance. Got any missions where we're at? We do. That one's going to 1 hour, 77,000 credits. That'll do it. Because we wasted half an hour there, didn't we? Dying in the Alps. What it is. Archer, the great flight. Let's do it. Our old aircraft. Got it. Transfers 57,000. The plane's already there. What's on about? Plane's already there. Got one. Employee mission. Same one, same flight is 8,000 credits. An hour. Need 50,000. 15 minutes for 2,000. Don't have to fly, do we? Fly into a tornado vortex. Give that a whirl. Aircraft. A little bit more. We lost a bit of reputation, didn't should never have flown up that valley.
Attention, please. We only have today to record what we need with Widair, so let's get to it. Jessie is leading the session around Prescott today. Listen to her carefully. She's our best onboard engineer. She knows exactly what she needs. Captain, according to our scientific team, your primary task is to maneuver around the whirlwind and provide us with the optimal conditions to complete a successful data collection session.
Pause system
We've been
test.
handed this
Okay.
rising tornado on a silver platter. Today we nail it.
This is the aircraft I want to own in the future.
Prescott ground. Widair Echo Alpha, Mike 6514. Request taxi for east departure with Quebec.
It's an absolute stallion of an aircraft.
Widair Echo
Proper
Alpha Mike
stallion.
6514. Taxi 2 and hold short of runway 21 left via taxiway Delta Alpha, cross runway 21 left Alpha. Contact tower on 125 decimal tree when ready.
Where are we taxiing? Left, okay. Knowledge handover.
Taxiing, hold short runway 21 left via taxiway Delta Alpha cross runway 21 left Alpha. Widair Echo Alpha, Mike 6514.
Oh, we're absolutely flying. And it's raining. There's the tornado, look.
Jessie, everything's ready from your side?
Recording gear is operational. We're good.
You have to just manage this aircraft. It is racing. Absolutely all it does. Not before hold short line, will we? Haven't been told that yet. Hold short line is up there. Respect the 30 knot. This thing just wants to leg it. I think I'm going to have to just tweak the throttle, aren't I? I'm going to have to pull that back. Yeah, that's the difference. Propeller RPM. Still going though, look at it. Long old taxi to get this plane in the air. I was watching for the knots indicator on the left hand side to go up, but it wasn't. I guess that's airspeed. Doesn't record speed on the ground, I guess. Take this just to the whole ship line as it says. Stop! It didn't stop, it hasn't stopped, it won't stop. Wine.
Prescott Tower, Widair Echo Alpha, Mike 6514 at runway 21 left ready for departure. Departure to the east.
In for clearance.
Widair Echo Alpha, Mike 6514. Altimeter 299er2, east departure approved. Cleared for takeoff runway 21 left.
Cleared for takeoff runway 21 left. Widair Echo Alpha, Mike 6514.
We're airborne. We don't have any gear. Gear is fixed down, so no drama. 5,700.
Wid Air Echo Alpha, Mike 6514. Continue for east departure.
Prescott Tower, Wid Air Echo Alpha, Mike 6514. Continue for east departure.
6,500.
Not to be a broken record, but this is a very important mission for us. Our department is working hard on building the best tornado simulator. We need to capture real-world observation data to feed our predictive models.
No pressure, Captain, but what that means is, we'll mention you in our acceptance speech if we win the IMO prize. The funnels form so fast. The power of this thing is unreal. This is massive.
Captain, Jessie will give a signal when she's ready to start collecting.
Three, two, one. Recording now.
Wid Air Echo Alpha, Mike 6514. Leaving my airspace. Frequency change approved.
This thing is flying like a turbo rocket.
Prescott Tower, Wid Air Echo Alpha, Mike 6514. Frequency change.
I've got to get the speed down. .98 knots we're looking for. 137.
If you can reduce the flight speed, our results will improve.
I'm going to put flaps in just to try and drag the airspeed down. There we go. Now I've got to lose the altitude that we've just gained. Come on.
We're about half done.
Here we go.
Objective complete. Next one.
6,200. Come on. There we go. Airspeed can go up a fraction. Trying to keep that altitude down. Just wants to fly away with it.
Almost there.
Can't see the
We're
tornado.
collecting high-level data. Jessie, good flying.
Prescott Tower, Wid Air Echo Alpha, Mike 6514 is 3 miles south, 6,300, with Quebec to land.
Where's my approach?
Wid Air Echo Alpha, Mike 6514. Prescott Tower. Altimeter
There's the old
29992.
funnel.
Fly
We'll,
left traffic runway 21 left.
we'll try not to be too close to that.
You will then start taking climbing fast. Our equipment can't take much more from you.
Wind speed's mental. Wowzers. Had a feeling I should have turned right and flown away from it.
I think I've seen every movie related to tornadoes and natural disasters. I've built up quite a collection.
I remember a movie that had sharks raining from the sky. That was a fun one.
I've heard they've even filmed sharks swimming in the middle of a paved street.
You're kidding me, Andre. Stop it.
Right, so flight speed 145.
Prescott Tower, Cessna
We still
November
got flaps in, no, we
5999
haven't.
Bravo 5200 to land.
Let's take some of this power out again.
Cessna November 5999 Bravo.
Well, it
Prescott
seems
Tower,
all over the place
altimeter
now.
29992. Make straight in runway 21 left. Make
Need
straight
to
in
try
runway
and-
21 left. Cessna 909 Bravo.
That was. No, we're 80544. Let's back that power right off. Slow this thing down.
Cessna 909 Bravo.
Oof.
You were not cleared to land. Clear the runway.
That wasn't me. I'm going to get some flaps down. As we are all over the show. Flaps at 15%. Let's give them all. Power is... oh my word.
Cessna 909 Bravo. You were not cleared to land. Clear the runway.
We've suddenly gained massive altitude.
Wid Air Echo Alpha, Mike 6514. Follow the aircraft on the runway. Wind 046 at 18. Clear to land runway 21 left.
The wind is mental.
Cessna
30 degrees
909
of flat,
Bravo.
that's good.
You were not cleared to land. Clear the runway.
It's definitely a plane on approach. I can see him. We're going to acknowledge that radio.
Clear to land runway 21 left. Wid Air Echo Alpha, Mike 6514.
Good. We're good. We've got time. We've got time to get this back on a pattern. Yeah, we're doing well. Doing alright. Coming on the outside of this corner. Having to fly it for sure. It is needing us to fly it. Go on final now. Roll to 0. And then we will go reverse thrust as we hit the deck. It's still racing. 110.
500.
Wid Air Echo Alpha, Mike 6514. Go around.
Go around. We're there. Okay, we'll go around. You told us to.
Wid Air Echo Alpha, Mike 6514. Acknowledge last transmission.
I've got no transmission to acknowledge.
Cessna 909 Bravo. Contact ground on 121.7. for Cessna 909 Bravo.
come back round and have another stab at that.
Wid Air Echo Alpha, Mike 6514. Acknowledge last transmission.
We're N8544. Why wouldn't you be giving us that call sign? We don't have that call sign, mate. Could have landed that. Runway is massive. I got told to go around. Good evening, JB.
Wid
How you
Air
doing, pal?
Echo Alpha, Mike 6514. Did you copy?
No, because I've got no way to copy you. I've got no acknowledge go around. Okay.
Going around. With Air Echo Alpha, Mike 6514.
So I do have.
Wid Air Echo Alpha, Mike 6514. Wind 046 at 18. Cleared to land runway 21 left.
Clear to land runway 21 left. With Air Echo Alpha, Mike 6514.
I think there was another aircraft on the strip. Just before we attempted to land, we were told to follow another aircraft in, but then somebody landed on the airport without authorization. So I genuinely think we were called off because of that. So I'm going to come round again. See if we can get on this strip quite quickly. Here we go.
500.
Get my feet on the brakes. We're still absolutely flying along.
Honestly, I can't hide it. It feels good to be back on the ground.
Wid Air Echo Alpha, Mike 6514. Exit runway when able.
I think the engine is stalled, isn't it? Engine won't restart.
Wid Air Echo Alpha, Mike 6514. Contact ground on 121.7.
121.7 for Wid Air Echo Alpha, Mike 6514.
Doing ground 1. Come on.
Prescott ground. Wid Air Echo Alpha, Mike 6514. Request taxi to parking.
Wid Air Echo Alpha, Mike 6514. Taxi to general aviation parking using taxiway Alpha.
Prescott ground. Wid Air Echo Alpha, Mike 6514.
I've got clearance, you
Wid
knobhead.
Air Echo Alpha, Mike 6514. Taxi to general aviation parking via taxiway Alpha.
All a little bit confused, isn't it? Because it wouldn't give me that. Acknowledgement. I've had to go into the communication myself and override the automatic ATC. That's bizarre. I can't believe it costs so much to move an aircraft now. It used to cost $1,500. It's now $50,000 to move an aircraft a couple of kilometres. That's quite bizarre. Unless it's because I've already got pilots on board and I'm having to dismiss the pilot. Maybe. It might just be that. You never know. Takes ages to stop. Can't see the person waving me in. To chop them up with my propeller.
Fantastic work, everyone. These findings will significantly advance our understanding of tornado forming. Team, let's catch up for the next session.
Horrible. We're probably going to really get beaten up for that, but it is what it is. Oh. Clearly says end of flight. What's it going to tell us? Ooh, 51% filming quality. Ooh. We might be okay. We might get a B. Gonna lose some reputation, I guess. 80% radio communications and missed ATC transmission. Didn't miss it. Wasn't there. What it is. At least we made some buck. We're only gonna make 11,000, so yeah, we lost some reputation. We're back into what happens when you crash and burn in the Alps. Can't be helped. We've only got 11,000 credits. We're stuck, aren't we? Stuck doing. Look, he's there. We've got an aircraft there. We can fly that Skyhawk down. I go freelancer. It's going to cost the aircraft. What's it going to say? 57,000. No aircraft on site. There's one there clearly. Go back to freelance. Employee. Got to job some. Ooh. If I do that one, it's only 8,000 credits. That's pants. We can do any of those freelance jobs. I only want an hour. That's from Baghdad. That'll do. Beechcraft Bonanza. Happy days. An hour flight. That'll take us till just before midnight. Fine. We don't mind a Beechcraft Bonanza. 6, do we? Right. And some Rooney. Downwind arrival. I can't. Bonanza is. Twin engine turbo. Oh, it's a single thing. Looks like a bit of a Mooney Bravo, but it's alright. Get somebody else to pay for the fuel. That in. 3/4. Full power all the way across. Don't think we... Go! All that. Load them up. Garmin screens. That one and that one. We'll just start this one. Nope.
Good morning, Cap. Today you've got the pleasure of taking Mr. Carmichael to Calexico. He's one of our best clients leaving for vacation with his relatives. Provide him with the finest service on behalf of our company. I know I can count on you. Have a nice flight.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard.
Greetings, Captain.
So we've just set altimeter to 6,000 feet and heading to 234.
Echo 5-1 traffic. Widair Foxtrot Charlie Whiskey 879er is taxiing to runway 23, Echo 51.
And just got approval, didn't we? So just double check that this has got a fuel mix. It has got a fuel throttle. See what happens. Yeah, we're good. Nice slow control. Nice and brakes.
Ladies and
Not too
gentlemen,
many.
on behalf of our airline personnel, we would like to welcome you on board flight FCW 879 bound for Calexico. Our flight time will be 56 minutes. We expect an on-time departure, and we're currently ready for takeoff. I will keep you informed of any key updates as we go through the flight. Thank you.
Struggling with power and turning. Good evening, Lee. Welcome, sir. Got to hold short before this line. Got to get a bit closer than that, Widow. Hit. Are you going to let me? Announce takeoff.
Echo 51 traffic. Widair Foxtrot Charlie Whiskey 879er, taking off runway 23. West departure, Echo 51.
Runway's out that way, isn't it? By the looks of it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are prepared for takeoff. Please ensure your seatbelts are correctly fastened and your electronic devices are turned off or in airplane mode. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight. Thank you.
Get on the runway then, you knobhead. Come on, turn. Firewall that throttle, let's go. RPMs are a bit high, but it's fine. We'll get this bad boy up in the air. Rotate. Ooh, up off the ground, come on. Then we'll put the gear up. 16,000 feet. I'm a Cooper. This thing's gonna fly along, I think. Go.
Albuquerque Center. Widair Foxtrot Charlie Whiskey
Autopilot now,
879er is
32
type
speed.
aircraft B-36, 1 mile southwest of Echo 51 for 1,300. Request
Good.
flight following.
Good. I'm just going to take a little bit of power off, watching the speed climb up. Here we go. Right, we're on autopilot, so everything is good. I did copy, sorry.
879er, did you copy?
I did. Apologies. Yeah, get in there.
Squawk 7422. Widair Foxtrot Charlie Whiskey 879er.
RPMs are a bit.
Widair Foxtrot Charlie Whiskey 879er. Radar contact 3 miles southwest of Echo 51 for 1,900. Altimeter 2985.
Thank you, sir.
Roger. Widair Foxtrot Charlie Whiskey 879er.
Gotta watch those revs, so we're just a little too high. Just gonna back them down.
Albuquerque Center. Widair Foxtrot Charlie Whiskey 879er. 4 miles southwest of Echo 51. 5400. Request IFR to Kilo Charlie X-Ray Lima. Ready to copy. Widair Foxtrot Charlie Whiskey 879er is cleared to Kilo Charlie X-Ray Lima Airport as filed. Squawk 7422.
Keep backing the throttle out.
Widair Foxtrot Charlie Whiskey 879er cleared to Kilo Charlie X-Ray Lima Airport as filed. Squawk 7422. Altimeter 2984, turn left heading 235. Resume own navigation. Climb and maintain 16,000. Turn left heading 235. Proceed on course. Climb and maintain 16,000. Widair Foxtrot Charlie Whiskey 879er.
I'm not 100% sure what it's trying to tell me there, but revs are just flying away. I'm down to 75% throttle and we've still got revs escalating back to 2,700. So the only way I can really deal with that is to go for higher rate of climb, which will go to 1,500. Now I'm going to firewall the throttle and just let it deal with it itself. Speed's holding at 101. Climbing much quicker than the flight line says, but I think it was my last day of testing what I was testing today. The question is, what were you testing today that made it your last day of testing today? Or can you not tell us what you were testing today because you're testing something in secret to somebody that you're testing something for? You've only been back from holiday 24 hours.
And maintain 6100.
This isn't the thing you were testing that you were telling me about that you were testing, was it?
Alaska 506.
For those people that gave you the stuff that you were testing for? I think it might have been. Happy days. Fluid time. We're still climbing pretty sharpish. Let's get up to cruising altitude and then we will not be any drama. We're using a lot of the right tank for fuel. 108 knots forward speed. Still altitude climbing. Pretty desolate wilderness out there. Where in the world are we? Go over to my Volanta.
Delta 867, descend and maintain 6000.
Baghdad Airport. Now, anybody know where Baghdad is in the US? I know where Baghdad is, and I know what it's about. Baghdad is a gold mine, effectively. There's Baghdad. If we were to spin round and have a look backwards, here we go. Behind us should be a very large mining complex. There it is. That's Baghdad, just back there. There's a very large mining complex, and that mining complex is one of kind of towns in America that is owned by the mining company. So if you've got a job there, you're effectively living there. If you don't have a job there, you can't live there. Something on my pedals I've been testing for weeks. Oh, I know. Yes, I remember. Wrong Baghdad. This is Baghdad, California. Nevada. Yeah, somewhere there. Yeah. It's Baghdad, USA. So Prescott Valley. We're on our way to Lake Havasu, just directly south of Vegas, near a place called Kingman. In all places, I went to Kingman last Christmas. There's an aeroplane graveyard there. We're at 11,000 feet. Still flashing at the RPMs.
American 3016, descend and maintain 4400.
I'm just going to drop out that climb rate a little bit. Go to 500. And we're 8 minutes away from 16,000.
Descend and maintain 4400. American Tree 016.
Go back inside the plane, it's a bit more chill. Now over the wing, it kind of blocks the view downstairs, but... Oh, there's a passenger. Oh, I thought it was a he that was coming with us today. Very clearly is. No, it's Jenna, isn't it? Oops. Caitlin Jenner. King? No, not that kind of Kingman. No. Kingman, Arizona. It is really quite a famous American city, in all fairness. But it's on Route 66. I'm looking at it on a program called Volanta, sorry, that goes you where you're going. So Kingman is just here, just down here. Oh, it's Glendale, Phoenix, home of one of the largest airplane graveyards in the US. Yeah, that's on one of my other screens. We just flight track on. Where are we heading to? I forget. The RPMs are just insane. Drop that out, see if we can keep that speed up, and then 12,300. The RPMs have just gone back to 2,700. It's crazy. Manifold pressure there at the top, right in the green. We're on flight path, so it's all good. Looks like it's getting hazy, cloudy. I want to fly above those clouds. So I'm going to go back to 1,200 foot per minute. I'm going to firewall the throttle. And we're going to try and get above those clouds. There's another jet in front of us. Who knows nowadays? Yeah, exactly, Lee, exactly. Ooh. Have you bought this yet, Lee, on PlayStation? What do you think about Wednesday? Fancy our chances or not? Not if we played like we did for the first half. We can't continue to play like that. But I guess that was heat, climate. Those players have been pushed from pillar to post, haven't they? We've not got our preferred team out because of injury now, sendings off. We lost that player for 2 games, which I think he's back, isn't he, for the semi-final because they're all wiped out. England are playing Argentina for the first time since 1988 when Diego Maradona touched the ball with his hand, allegedly, and scored that winning goal. But it won't happen this time because of VAR. But it'll be the first time that Messi has ever played England, and you know me, I'm not... It's an aircon stadium, so that might be better, but I think... Yeah, Fairy Ball, as JB puts it. I'm not entirely sure, you know, that luck isn't on our side. We've got 2 games to play now, no matter what. We've got semi-final, and we've got 3rd place playoff if we don't win this one. So the guys know they've got to play 2 games. I really hope they come out firing and really start to play to close down the opposition. Don't give them room behind the back 4. Don't let them run on. Stop playing that stupid long ball down the wing, because it's not working. I'm really kind of hoping that they just try and win the game for what it's worth, trying to just be cagey and smart. I just want them to play football and play properly, and don't get sucked into a you can foul me game. You think we have a chance? I don't think Argentina have played very well at all this tournament. And I think Messi's not fired, even though he's on 8 goals, the same as anyone else. When was the last time England won? 1966. Yeah. I was actually found that I've got a signed Gordon Banks book. Gordon Banks was the England goalkeeper in 1966, and I met Gordon Banks back in 1998 at Leicester City Football Club. And when I was talking to him then, he said it was like a touch me, pinch me kind of thing, even today, that he'd won the World Cup. And I think we've got 2 massive games to come third, because we've last 4 teams: England, Argentina, Spain, France. Spain and France are playing when? Are they playing Tuesday? I think they are, aren't they? Spain, France are playing Tuesday, and we're playing Wednesday. If we beat Argentina, the odds are against us beating France, because it's always the team that, statistics are, the team that win the first semi win the cup, because they've got an extra day's rest, which is unfair, but normally the team that take the second semi-final don't have far to travel for the final. But genuinely, I think we've got as good a chance as anybody else. Lee says, on paper, I wouldn't get too excited then, says JB. On paper we have no chance against France, says Lee, but anything can happen in 90 minutes. Yes, it can. Yes, it can. VAR could turn the game into something completely different as well. We've just hit cruise altitude. Oh, I don't think I'm actually on the right screen. I'm not. Let's press enter. Let's tell the passengers where we're at.
Ladies and gentlemen, glad to be your captain today. First, I'd like to welcome everyone on behalf of First Class Wings on flight FCW 879. We are currently cruising at an altitude of 16,000 feet and an airspeed of 100 knots. It's 11:39 and are expecting to land in Calexico approximately at 13:09 local time. Current temperature of 94 degrees Fahrenheit. If the weather cooperates, we should get a great view of the area as we descend. I'll update you before we reach our destination. Until then, sit back, relax, and enjoy the rest of the flight.
So we're currently throttles firewall.
Whiskey 879er. Maintain present heading and altitude. Expect vectors. Visual runway 8 approach.
Throttles are absolutely firewalled, and we've got 124 knots. We're flying flat and level. Oh, I need to do it out of that. And RPMs are at 2,700. I know we've got a fuel mixture lever, and I don't know whether I should be using the fuel mixture to try and get some extra pace out of this thing. So if I just move the fuel lever up, that might be better on fuel, but we're not necessarily. Oh yeah, we are creeping up. Now I've got an extra lever here, which is throttle propeller. England haven't really played. They've not told us that, though, have they? They've made it look bloody hard. They've made it look incredibly hard.
Ladies and gentlemen, Calexico INTL has just cleared us for landing. Please take a moment to check that your seatbelt is fastened as we are starting our descent. Thank you.
When did they clear us for landing? Oh yeah, look at that. We are. We've just hit ceiling and now we're going down. Okay.
Albuquerque Center, American Tree 164 is at flight level tree 0, descending 5,000. American Tree 164, Albuquerque Center, radar contact, continue.
think we're tremendously lucky that we genuinely haven't hit anybody hard, haven't we? Now we've got a little altitude change coming up, I think. I think England stand the best chance that they've had in many years. And all we have to do now is beat a couple of teams pretty similar to themselves.
Wid Air Foxtrot Charlie Whiskey 879er contact Los Angeles Center on 134.65.
Yeah, Lee's right. To be fair, the last two games we've had have been high altitude, then high heat humidity. And that's hard for anybody, isn't it? Mexico was high heat, as well as being at altitude.
134.65 for Wid Air Foxtrot Charlie Whiskey 879er.
You know, it's
Los Angeles Center, Wid Air Foxtrot Charlie Whiskey 879er, 16,000.
It's been a fair bit of travel as well, if you think about it, where they've come from.
Foxtrot Charlie Whiskey 879er, Los Angeles Center, altimeter 2982, radar contact, continue to hold C.
We're just making the left turn now to change flight level. That flight level had a change. We got 13 minutes in this direction of go. We're going to hold 16,000, I think. We're not really going to start the descent yet, I don't feel. I'm just going to have a look at the other map. Yeah, Mexico. I think we made hard work of that last game. Going down 1-0, I wasn't really worried at all that they weren't going to have time to get it back.
Romeo, you're 500 above your assigned altitude. Descend and maintain 9,000 altimeter 29er82.
But I think genuinely we made the game harder for ourselves in the second half. And I don't know whether Tuchel made the right substitutions. He did. Haaland was. It was very interesting to watch Haaland actually. He was doing what we said he'd do. He was lolping about. He wasn't. He wasn't all over the park, was he? But he was lolping about. He was doing the. He looked lazy, but he got substituted for the last 20 minutes or so, and I think he was tired. I think he was knackered. Because it was blooming hot, I think.
Delta 528, descend and maintain 3,000.
And I think the other thing that that game proved is that those drinks breaks were right at that game. The other games England have played, genuinely, they weren't really necessary, were they?
Descend and maintain 3,000, Delta 528.
But this game, I think they were essential. Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen. I was reading the online newspapers about it this morning, and they were all bigging Messi up, saying it's Messi's stage to make his big exit, to end a great career with another win over Britain, or England, sorry. And I think they were trying to steer up the Falklands thing. He was ill like Rice was he? I didn't know that. Because Rice has been in bed for 3 days, hasn't he, before the game? But generally, didn't know he got food poisoning. Now I have to confess, I bought a Chinese yesterday, and I had a sweet and sour chicken balls, chili rice, chili chips, and a special house chow mein with sauce. I left the special chow mein because it was a bit hot yesterday and I didn't think I could eat it. Bit of a lightweight, bit of a girl. And I left it in the microwave overnight. I heated it up for tea tonight, and the first thing I ate out of it was a prawn. I didn't realise it was a prawn because it tasted weird, and I didn't spit it out. I just carried on eating it, and I thought, oh, I've made a mistake there, haven't I? Thankfully, touch wood, nothing's come out at a rate of knots yet. That's why I'm drinking plenty of water, because I know generally, a bottle of water, I generally know that if it's going to come out, it's going to come out, and I need it lubricated. We don't need Chinese prawn food poisoning on a Sunday night, we really don't. Yeah, it was a bad mistake. It tasted weird, and I thought, ooh, that's a bit strange. What was that? And I looked at the plate, because I upend the dish onto the thing, put another microwave plate on top of it, and microwaved it 7 minutes just to kill anything. At least 20 England players were fully eligible to represent a completely. That probably sounds about right. But yeah, I nuclearified the Chinese, but then ate that prawn and thought, oh, because I know it was a prawn, because it's the first thing I picked up on my fork. But then ate it and thought, that's not prawn. That tastes weird. That tastes very weird. And I haven't had the stirring in the stomach yet. I know it's going to happen. Give it 4 hours, they're saying it. We're past 4 hours. We ate at 6 o'clock. It's 5 hours. I think I'm going to be all right. Early hours in the morning. It should have been put in the fridge, yes, maybe. Yeah. But it was one of those. Done it now. Gonna have to go with it. Gonna have to ride it. Ride it through the night. If I'm not good in the morning, it is what it is. But hey ho.
American 2570. Climb and maintain 2700.
I guess you guys weren't here earlier when I got to show my new toy.
Climb and maintain 2700, American 2570.
Just bear with me a second, I've just got to restart my 3D printer. Sold another set of fans, which is great.
American 1159er. Descend and maintain 3000.
Then to maintain 3,000. He wasn't talking to me, was he? No. I'm going to print again.
Descend and maintain 3000, American 1159er.
Guys can't see that very well. Really good finish on that. Really amazing finish. These new printers are bloody excellent. They do the job really well. So we just keep 3D printing. Depends on the strain of food poisoning. Depends on the type of prawn cocktail on the tray.
Assigned altitude. Descend and maintain 2700 altimeter 29er 8 tree.
But oh, see the engine RPMs there die.
Descend and maintain 2700, American 2570.
RPMs have just died to 2080. Engine note has definitely changed. The fuel mixture's not cutting in. Wow. Something's happened. Checking flight level, we're at 16,000. Yeah, I found that out the other day that Harlan was born in Leeds. The engine RPM seems to be stuck at 2060. I think we've got a technical fault. Fuel is good, it's not a fuel issue. Alternator's fine. Oil pressure's in the orange but not in the green. And we're still in at 119. We're losing forward direction.
American 2570. Descend and maintain 3400.
Don't know what's gone on there. So why have we lost so many RPMs? Have we lost the RPMs because I was just letting it fly in the red all the time? Panic mode. Panic mode. Fuel is good. RPM's just over 2,000. Wow. Don't know. Let me have a look at my other screen on here. Fuel's in amber, it says, not green. Nav is fine. Approach is fine. Flaps is not on. Gear is up. Everything seems to be showing good, but just down on RPM. And I'm guessing we've ran it too long in the red. Just keep it firewalled. Got it. 5 minutes until next turn point. I don't know if we should be descending. If we start to descend, do you think we'll get told to return to... We're being told to return to flight level. I'm not allowed to change it. It's not letting me change it. If I hit verticals, it just goes back. It definitely sounds like we got a knock-in motor. It's not dropped out of the sky, so don't worry. Elise 2. Who's Elise? Elise 2. Elise 2 watts. Take off and climb. Lean as required. Descent in rich as required. Before landing, full rich. If I just lean the engine out as much as possible. Descent in rich as required. Full rich before landing. Well, it is what it is. We're now flying to Palvo. 2 minutes 54. We're okay. We have got a bend coming up there, we can see it. We don't have a Michael Olis. I don't know who he is. French star. Oh, okay. He could have played for us, could he? Or just turn up. If speed's just dropping away down to 116. I think we've lost a cylinder, to be honest. We've lost 700 RPM. It sounds like it's donking. Bit of piston slap. Sounds a bit like Scooby does when it's having problems. Burbling. Oh, it's plane shooting across the front of us, look. Up there. Just shooting along. See it. That's a big jet. Clocking it. Fly to Palvo. We're doing okay, yeah, I think. I think we're on track. Difficult to look out the wing and see anything good, because nothing out there, mate. Desert all the way. America. She's not happy. All forward and trust in the Lord. She is. She's not right happy. It's what it is. So at Curiv we're taking a left turn a little bit. We'll let it do that itself. We've got a bit of nose up attitude, haven't we? We've got 8% trimming. And that's trimmed out automatically by pilot, by the aircraft autopilot. That's nothing to do with us. So what for landing? Landing, it says full rich. So yeah. Take off and climb. Lean. That's the bottom. If you crash, Jim, and the passenger survives, that's a mega payday for you to lack of. It's not my plane. I'm renting it. I'm not liable. Not at all. I'm just a pilot. She sat in the front with me, so if I die, she's dead. Simple. Really is simple. The good thing is I can actually put flaps down right now because we're in flap speed. So I know from this altitude, flaps down, lose height. We're going to land this piece of sausage. Not a problem. Here we go. Going to make the left turn. We'll watch it from outside.
Wid Air Foxtrot Charlie Whiskey 879er. Traffic is 9 o'clock. For miles at 16,000. ATR. Report them in sight.
Oh, I've never had that before. I've got to report them in sight if we see them. It's from our left-hand side. You see the little yellow dot on the screen over there, coming through. -8 it says. I'm going to report traffic not in sight. He's behind us.
Wid Air Foxtrot Charlie Whiskey 879er. Don't have the traffic.
Coming across behind us somewhere. Going directly behind us now. There he is. See him. Traffic in sight. He's there. Going past the tail now. And across the page.
ATR in sight.
Oh mate, that's brilliant. Didn't know we could do that. Ace. That's good. Not done that in the game before. That's tremendous. Enjoyed that. Oh, summer cake. Only got about 20 minutes to flight left. Well, we're going slow, so we might not be at the 50 minutes. We haven't got a chance of seeing the old flight path because we don't have an iPad in the cab. Cab? Is it a cab? I don't think it's a cab, is it? In the cockpit. We don't have an iPad in the cockpit in this plane. No. So we haven't got something to give us the full overview of the flight plan. Speed's back up to 119. Revs 2050. Is what it is. 23 miles till the next point of call. We're good. We are okay. I think that might be just sort of dropping away the altitude below us as we're heading down towards the coast, I think. Have a look at the lantern and see. And the coast is, yeah. Oh yeah, we've got a 3D sort of view of that with a lantern. Well, that's ace. Didn't know we could do that. Mesa Verde, Blythe. Is that the target we're going to? It's a fair old flight. I think we've done the reverse of this flight before now. Airfield out to our right hand side. I don't know if we'll be able to see that out there. Probably a bit far away. Get the mouse back over here and there's the airfield there. Down there to the right. Remember, don't turn on AC in the plane, cause erratic behaviour of the magnetic. Does it now? Air conditioning does that? Wow. That's a long runway there, isn't it? That's an absolute stonker of a runway. Look at that. There's old runways there as well, look. There used to be other airfields. Large circles in the ground as well.
Delta 20906 is at flight level tree 30, descending 3100.
That's Mesa Verde.
Los Angeles Center. Radar
Okay.
contact. Continue.
That's amazing. Pretty high as well, 16,000 feet, but there's some big runways there. Big runways. She could have sat in the back, you know. Genuinely, she could have. Couldn't be bothered. Another pair of contrails up there, look. Oop. Aircraft there. Got a footstep down. Sticker on the inside pillar tells you. Does it? Caution, magnetic compass is erratic when the air conditioner is on operation. Oh yeah, we ain't turned it on. Don't need the air conditioner, we got mini fan. Got mini fans. Not mini fans, but mini fan. It is what it is. Where are we going next? Ripley is underneath her, then Cibola. I guess we're approaching Mexican border. We're running a drug baron. I know we are. La Paz Valley. Have a look at the old flight statistics. Yeah, speed's definitely dropped off when that when we lost those RPM. Definitely. I'd never read that before, you know. Caution, magnetic compass is erratic when prop dice is on. Prop de-ice. Oh, I see. Why would that be? Wonder why that is. Excessive heat, I guess. Yeah. I never read them. Just ignored that. But there is temperature controlled failures within the game, I must admit. The sea's looking massive from up here. Agriculture zone down there is intense. Those fields. Always amazes me about America. Millions of miles, millions of square miles of desolate land, and then just pure agriculture for a couple of thousand square miles by the looks of it. Maybe 1,000 square miles. I know. Can't do the math that quick. Got a right turn down there coming up. Half an hour to go. 9 minutes until we make the Palvo destination thing. Palvo, whatever that's going to be. Three minutes 34 until we reach the next sort of waypoint, which I guess is the nautical miles to Palvo, I guess. Then is that a right turn at Palvo? Might be. So where else is potentially on the destination track? There's nothing. Unless we're going down to Mexicali, which is in Mexico, maybe. Or are we just going to the border? Fly to Solve next. That's over there. 50 miles. Where's this? Big runway. I don't know. I reckon we're going down to Mexico. Definitely. Generally reckon we're in Mexico bound. If you've never seen the film American Made, I would recommend it. It's all about flying this size sort of aircraft, and an ex-military pilot who retires and takes on flying jobs. Not ones I'd recommend, but he manages to make a life for himself, wealthy, etc. Turning right at Palvo, which 1 minute 43 away. And we'll see where we end up. Laguna Salada, maybe. You never know. Kind of think we need to lose altitude, but it won't let me. Nope, won't let me do it. I press FLC, flight level control. Nope, it only speed related that. It's not letting me do anything else, so... When it tells me to change altitude, I guess we will. But it's a nice Sunday night. Half an hour to go, roughly. Hopefully, 50 odd mile. Then we'll land it. It'll be decent. JB's got to go back to work tomorrow. Or JB's had a week off. We've all had a weekend. Feels like a week. Been a long week. Felt like a long weekend this weekend. We're going house visiting on Saturday morning. Getting that done really early, which was great. Getting out there and doing what we wanted to do. Cleared the loft today. Pretty much most of the loft done. Just drum kits, musical instruments and cycle trainers, golf tents and cardboard boxes to come down. Golf clubs, cardboard boxes, yeah. Cycle trainer stuff, and then anything else that's up there really just to clear it out. Loads of my PC gear, PC boxes. I found loads of hard disks today. Here we go.
879er contact Los Angeles Center on 128.15. Good day.
Thank you, sir. I'll acknowledge that handoff when I've clicked back on the right screen.
128.15. Widair Foxtrot Charlie Whiskey 879er.
If anybody doesn't know, that request there.
Widair Foxtrot Charlie Whiskey 879er, 16,000.
We've just been told to change.
Widair Foxtrot Charlie Whiskey 879er, Los Angeles Center, altimeter 29er87. Radar contact. Continue to solve.
Radio frequencies, and those radio frequencies are changed here.
Widair Foxtrot Charlie Whiskey 879er. Descend and maintain 15,000.
It won't let me do it. Slug bucket. Let me just accept that. 15,000.
Maintain 15,000. Widair Foxtrot Charlie Whiskey 879er.
That's just 1,000 feet decline. but we got loads of speed in reserve because we ain't got the RPMs, have we? So yeah, this top right hand corner of this right hand screen here, so come down here into this bottom screen here, this is the radio frequencies, and each of the places you talk to, this is where you change the radio frequencies. You do that normally on these panels here. So one of them is a radio one, it's this one here. So you change the frequencies there, dialing it left and right. Different in all aircraft where they haven't got it. These have got Garmin screens, so they're exactly the same as the Cessna G1000 and the Caravan C208. But on other aircraft they're in slightly different places. So they're the ones that are a bit fiddly and I don't really want to mess with. So I just leave them be. I let the autopilot sort that out.
Charlie Whiskey 879er. Please expedite your descent 15,000.
We're just passing 1500, Nugget Ball. 1550. We're on our way. Stop being impatient, love. We're on our way. We're doing it. We don't want to exceed airspeed. We've got a 134. We're doing all right. If it's the sooner I get to 15,000, you're going to tell me to go to 6,000. I'm all right with that. I would be all right with that. But we're at 15,250 now. And once we're at 1,500, 15,000, you'll see we're at 15,000. We're getting the flashes now. Don't be impatient, sweetheart. Shouldn't be quite so sexist, but not really. It is what it is. 15,000 reached. So glad you didn't need a response. There we go. We've got there. Quite rich on our light mixture. RPM's gone to 2130. I'm just gonna rich that up a bit. See if that does anything. No, nothing at this point. Yeah, of course she did. She wanted me to just go flight level 15,000. Thank you very much. Not doing it, love. Respect the airframe. That's what we got to do. I'm not sure where we're going next. Where's me? I don't know if we need to zoom in or change anything. Be fine. We'll be fine. I've been thinking about the schedule of how we're going to move house and when I'm going to switch from streaming to video or vlog style video, because I'm not going to be able to have my PC in place and I'm going to have to work from my phone and a laptop for, I don't know. We're going on holiday September like the 21st, 22nd. Not coming back until the 29th, 30th. Which means October is then on us. The move should be in October, and that first week back we're getting a storage unit, and we're just going to start to load everything into the storage unit from the house. So every day car full in the evening, and I don't know what much time I'm going to have to be able to do that and stream, so we might just have to do Monday night stream. We might have to kill the rest purely because it's getting stuff done, and it'll go surprisingly quickly, I think. On the first Saturday that we get the storage unit, I'm going to move all bikes and beds and big stuff over to the storage unit, and that should be a month before we move. So if we move in 22nd-ish October, we've then got move into the new house, and the world is going to be a chaos. It's going to be absolute chaos. I know that. So I don't know when to do it and how to do it yet. I haven't got a plan in my head. So we just have to see how that goes in terms of what we're going to do and when I break down all my streaming gear. I suppose this side can all go, can't it? The PC side of things. As long as I keep the PlayStation and the rig and the PC to stream with, the server side of things and these 5 screens can all get packed away. That's not an issue as long as I keep that lot for the week. Because I've already packed away the G29, the G25's gone, PlayStation 4's going to get packed away this week, so we're not going to use that. Yeah, the 3D printers have got to stay until the death, but then a VR headset and stuff, PlayStation 1, the PC one, they can all get packed up. Printer needs to stay to the end, but all my other stuff can go. I'll get done this weekend actually. So yeah, that could be. We just have to keep you guys informed as we come up with a plan and let you know what we're doing and when we're doing it, so that you can work out whether you're going to go and do something else with your evenings. Because I know you will, because you keep yourself entertained. But then I've got to decide what I'm going to do in terms of how I'm going to do vlog style videos and what we're going to do. Of course, I'd love to be able to time-lapse breaking all this down and packing it all away. That might be interesting. At least it would be quite interesting to show it as a breakdown and then build back up in the new location. Whether that new location is going to be ready quickly or not, I don't know. Whether it goes into a bedroom in the new house or whether we build something in the garden, I don't know yet. We'll have to see what money we've got and how far we can make it go. It'll be interesting, at least. It certainly will. Seven minutes it says now, 7 minutes 30 seconds until whatever the next change is. I reckon we're gonna have. Yeah, I dug out boxes today for packing things. I've got pneumatic PC arms for these monitors, you see, and I know if I take this 49-inch curved has got to go in its box because it will support the curved screen. So I've got to take it off the pneumatic arm, and I've got to be very careful with the pneumatic arm because this is extremely heavy, and that arm will just fly up when I take the monitor off. And then I've got to put this monitor back onto its own set of legs and then put that into its box, which I don't know when I got this monitor. I got it. Oh, I was running this monitor on that machine. So I must have had this monitor 6 years. We're downsizing, yeah. Yeah, we're downsizing. Go from 4-bed to 3-bed. And then we're going to knock it down and go for 1-bed. We're going to knock the walls down in the house and make it a 1-bedroom bungalow. Sounds crazy, but it's going to be a cushy retirement flat. Flat bungalow in the middle of nowhere. Done to a particular standard. So it'll be interesting. It's got no garage. Got no outhouses yet. Got an extension which incorporates bits and pieces. It's going to be alright. It should be alright. It's a nice little bungalow in the middle of nowhere. Just fingers crossed the offer gets accepted tomorrow, because it's not, nothing's guaranteed until it's written down, is it? Until it's signed on the bottom line, kind of thing. Need to take the foot off the gas now. Been pushing too much for too long. Getting old. Need to slow down. Need to chill out a bit and just do something different. Why does it look like the flight line's going up again? Why does it look like we're going to gain altitude over mountains? It dropped us to 15,000.
Wid Air Foxtrot Charlie Whiskey 879er. Descend and maintain 2000.
Happy days.
Descend and maintain 2000. Wid Air Foxtrot Charlie Whiskey 879er.
2,000's a
Embraer
massive
Sierra
drop.
Juliet. Climb and maintain 3500.
Now I know flight speed should be alright, because we're not going to back anything out. We're going to do this
Climb and maintain 3500. Embraer 0 Sierra Juliet.
Speed's 140. We're rocking. Fly to downwind 45 degrees entry, okay. We're absolutely rattling it. 146, 147. At 165 we start to worry. Good views. Not from the house. Stand on the roof, the views are great. You've got to, you've just got to go across the road and stand on top of the water break, and then you've got good views. What's going on? Rare achievement unlocked. Accumulate 50 hours of total flight time. Okay. That scared the living pitulas out of me. Yeah. It's gonna be a great place to live for that kind of thing. 20 minutes walk outside the house, the world is a different place. When you look on the map, the property's called Base of the Hill. That's what the reference is in Google. It's called Base of the Hill. It's like, whoa, that's an interesting name. But the house isn't called that, of course. Its address is not known as that. This is one steep dive. I'm just going to bag some chips out. Because noticing the speed's climbing up to 160. I'm going to make that 1500 down just to try and collect a little bit more airspeed if we can. Doing alright, 12,500 feet approaching. As long as we're ahead of that game, we're alright. I reckon in winter it could be a bit grim, but we're quite sheltered, so I think we'll be okay. North Sea's going to whip in quite strongly, I think. But in terms of threat of the sea, don't think there'll be much. I've checked all the flooding references out, and I don't think there's much opportunity for flooding because they've put the sea defences in. There's a blooming great big sluice just half a mile down the road. So I've got a good feeling here. We're pretty much defended from flooding.
Embraer 0 Sierra Juliet. You are 7,300 above your assigned altitude. Descend and maintain 3,500 altimeter 29er85.
We just turned a little bit at Solve.
Wamparoo 2479er. Descend and maintain 2,100.
I'm going to back a little bit more throttle out. and I'm going to encourage this to descend that bit faster. Just
Descend and maintain 2,100, Montpru 2479er.
I'm just going to push that back to 2,200 and just back that acceleration off. Back to 2,500. Just want the nose to go down that little bit. I want to be on point for that descent. I get the feeling we're going to be a little bit ahead of the game, which would be nice. Touching 160 now. As we've hit 3,000, just accelerating that, aren't we? Just going to overshoot just a fraction, so back to 2,500. Back the power out a bit. We might have to do a loop around, you never know. That's the end of the runway there at KCXL. Reach 2,000, fly to final. Yeah, okay. So I am gonna, when we get to the end of that runway, I'm gonna take the autopilot off and fly it myself. Past 5,000 feet. We're doing okay. We've just gone into...
Montpru 2479er, contact Mazat Lawn Center on 128 decimal tree. Good day.
We've just gone into the overspeed area, just at 165. Don't really want to do. Kind of on track. We might fly out a bit longer at 2,000, just bring the speed down, get the flaps down, then bring it round in for final. 2 miles to drop 3,000, to drop 1,000 foot. We're on our way. We're almost there, but then we've got 2,000 foot to go to land. It's a little bit frightening.
Widdowmaker, Foxtrot, Charlie Whiskey 879er, contact Mazat Lawn Center on 128 decimal tree. Good day.
128 decimal tree. Widdowmaker, Foxtrot, Charlie Whiskey 879er.
Taking the autopilot nav and altitude off.
Widdowmaker, Foxtrot, Charlie Whiskey 879er, 2,000.
Altitudes.
Widdowmaker, Foxtrot, Charlie Whiskey 879er. Mazat Lawn Center. Altimeter 2986. Radar contact continue. Widdowmaker, Foxtrot, Charlie Whiskey 879er contact. Los Angeles Center on 128 decimal 15. Good day.
Just being aware that the airfield is now behind us and we're out of the flight line. But I'm trying to lose that altitude. I'm going to fly round this
Charlie
to the left.
879er is passing 1,600, climbing 2,000.
Widdowmaker, Foxtrot, Charlie Whiskey 879er, Los Angeles Center, altimeter 2986. Radar contact continue.
Just running out this line to try and get the speed down, but the engine's sounding rough as chuff. 1,700 RPM. Coming round on the line. Got 90 degrees to go. When we hit that 90 degrees, we're going to be on approach for final. We just need to line up on the runway, gear down. There it is. So we're going gear down. I think we're still very quick. Pull the nose up.
Wid Air Foxtrot Charlie
Gear down.
Whiskey 879er. You are 1,000 below your assigned altitude. Climb and maintain 2,000 altimeter 29er86.
How can I climb to 2,000? You obviously don't want me on...
Climb and maintain 2,000. Wid Air Foxtrot Charlie Whiskey 879er.
You obviously don't want me on... on approach, so fair enough.
Los Angeles Center. Polaris 1714 is passing flight level 360, descending 2800.
Polaris 1714, Los Angeles Center. Radar contact. Continue. Wid Air Foxtrot Charlie Whiskey 879er. Maintain present heading and altitude. Contact tower on 132.275.
Maintain present heading and altitude. Tower on 132.275 with Air Foxtrot Charlie Whiskey 879er.
Right, I've done the 2,000.
Air Foxtrot Charlie Whiskey 879er. 1 miles northeast. Inbound visual runway 8 approach.
Wid Air Foxtrot Charlie Whiskey 879er tower.
Cleared.
Altimeter 29er85. Cleared visual runway 8 approach.
Okay, so coming around.
Cleared visual runway 8 approach. With Air Foxtrot Charlie Whiskey 879er.
A little bit steep on the turn.
I don't think I've ever felt shaky like this.
Don't worry about it, darling. Good night, JB. You take care, pal. See you in a bit. Enjoy work tomorrow, mate. Know you're going to love it. Know it's your favourite place to be. Right, clear for visual runway. So we've got gear down anyway, I think, haven't we? Gear's down. Yes, it is. And we are going to start to back the throttle off. We're going to start to make that approach. As soon as we get that into the 125 knots point, we will throw the flaps.
Wid Air Foxtrot Charlie Whiskey 879er.
Clear
Wind
to
0
land.
lead
Beautiful.
904. Clear to land runway 8.
Beautiful, thank you very much.
Clear to land runway 8. With Air Foxtrot Charlie Whiskey 879er.
Gonna come around. I want the flaps in. There we go, flaps B now. Flaps, all of them. Put some power back in. Hit that gate. We're fine. Bit more power, 75%. Feet. Gonna come around online. It's that grey dusty thing. Gear is down, you know that. More power.
500.
Feels good. Back the power out. 60 is stall speed, okay. So as long as we're on this line, above that speed, we'll be fine. I'm going to pull it up as we pass the threshold. Flare it out. Try and touch down on those white dots. We're down. Throttle out. Lean the throttle. On the brakes. Ah, it's taxi at the end, so we'll just scootle down.
Widair Foxtrot Charlie Whiskey 879er. Turn next taxiway.
Oh, yeah, we're good. We're good. We're going to turn here. Oh, brakes, 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 brakes. Come on.
Widair Foxtrot Charlie Whiskey 879er. Contact ground on 1 tree 2.275.
Going to 1 tree 2.275. Widair Foxtrot Charlie Whiskey 879er.
We didn't make it. Sod. Now we made it. Request taxi.
Ground. Widair Foxtrot Charlie Whiskey 879er. Request taxi to parking.
We were on the ground for midnight, which was about right, wasn't it?
Charlie Whiskey 879er. Taxi to General Aviation, parking via Taxiway Alpha.
There we go, left. Apply left brakes, it's not turning. Come on, you son of a pumpkin.
Widair Foxtrot Charlie Whiskey 879er.
I did copy, ever so sorry.
Taxiing
I was
to General
concentrating on
Aviation
turning the
parking
damn thing.
via Taxiway Alpha. Widair Foxtrot Charlie Whiskey 879er.
Get told off for taxiing speed now. We've done some good flights tonight. We've had a bit around the UK. We've died once in the Alps. Nobody saw it though, it was just me online at the time, so everything is well. That's the other thing, I've got to get internet at the new place. Good night, Lee, you take care, mate. We'll see you for some time trial Monday when you finish work. Have a good one, pal. Good night. Thanks for dropping by. Yeah, it felt a fairly smooth landing, that did. That was fairly smooth. Well, we're just going to ram that straight in there, I think, are we? Are we going to... We have to turn it right round the back of this little bonanza thing, don't we? And we will hook her in with some lefty cuffs. There we go. Turn it. We turn it. Is it going to let me? Full left brake. Can't turn. Not made it. For some reason the handbrake was applied. I didn't do that. Because the handbrake is control and spacebar and I only press spacebar. So I don't know why that happened. Not wanting to turn at all. There's some bug here, definitely. I don't know what is going on. We're in. Yeah, that'll do. Christ alive.
Already here?
Oh dear.
Wow. I even wrapped up my work. I'll be recommending this company.
You'll be recommending us, thank you.
Thank goodness we're back on the ground.
You still
Seemed
sound like a
tricky land,
dude.
But this brilliant pilot got us down safe.
Yeah, thank you very much. 25% on passenger satisfaction after that speech. Airline procedures 93. Respect condition of the aircraft 97. Everything went perfectly 100%. We get an A rating. Let's hopefully our reputation improves. See if we can get back into A. We get 12,000 credits. Oh, tremendous. Back into A. Yes. What we need. Level 79. That's us. We've got 30,000 credits in the bank. We had 90. She needs a wash, doesn't she? We have to wash her up, aren't we? All companies. Widdowmaker. Widdowmaker? Is that us? It's the passengers one. This one. Managed company. They're both that colour. I don't know. Next time we fly it, we'll have to give it a wash. Anyway, thanks. That's going to be it for tonight, folks. Have a good one. We'll see you on the next one. All the best. Take care. Goodbye for now. All the best.